It's Tim Albright with AVNation, previewing CEDIA Expo 2021. With me is my friend, Mr. Taft Strickland from Just Add Power. How are you, sir?
I'm excellent. I am excellent.
Yeah, you look good. Beautiful long hair as always. You guys are in booth number 2504, CEDIA Expo 2021, back and in person. I get to see you for the first time in damn near 2 years.
Yes.
September 1st through the 3rd, Indiana Convention Center. So, Taft, we walk into 2504. What are we going to find from Just Add Power?
Well, we have some new products, surprisingly. We have a new product that'll be launched at CEDIA called MaxColor. So first off, we'll chat for just a second. I want to clarify that MaxColor can live on the same network with the same control systems, and we've got a guide with a couple of items added on. You can actually make it coexist with your existing, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10-year-old Just Add Power system. So MaxColor adds 4K 60 444, as well as things like Dolby Vision, and support for every HDR format. We've taken our infrared piece called the flux capacitor, and we have built the infrared piece into every one of our boxes. And then we have what's called image pull, so you can preview back in any web browser. On top of image pull, we'll also be doing MPEG-4. So on commercial installations or a mobile device, it just really opens up what you can do. Basically supporting all video formats, upscaling, downscaling, and supporting all the HDR formats. So we're pretty excited about it.
So talk for a second, because I darn near any time I talk to you and we talking about something new, an upgrade or firmware, you hit me with this fact, and you said it here about MaxColor. It'll still play nice. It'll still work with 8, 9, 10-year-old Just Add Power systems. That's one of the most remarkable things about Just Add Power that I think that sometimes dealers and users forget about. The fact that anything that you guys come out with, you do an awful lot of work on the back end to make sure that still works with an existing system. Mm-hmm. Number one, tell me why that's important for Just Add Power.
Well, it's interesting. I mean, we live in a world where, and I've used this example before, right? We live in a world where I drive a Tesla, and my first Tesla I bought in 2014, and a couple of months after I got it, they added some features via firmware update, and they also made the car faster, like noticeably faster, with an over-the-air update in 2014. And looking at people buying product and spending a decent amount of money, and coming from our roots started out with a lot of people doing stuff in houses of worship, and them being good stewards with their money and things like that. It's really, 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 really important for people to buy it once and for it to have functionality for decades.
When you're talking to an integrator, you're talking to a dealer, you're talking to the person who's designing this and putting this in, and you have this conversation about today we're going to talk about the MaxColor, and when we get to Indy, that's what we're talking about. But they're looking ahead to a 2,500, 3,000 square foot house as they're designing it. How then do they kind of take that idea and convey that to the homeowner, convey that to the person that they're trying to say, look, I'm going to put this stuff in. It's going to be good for 5, 10 years, regardless of what technology does.
Yeah. And I think, what we do every trade show, what's new, we may not have a new box. And if we do, it's forward and backward compatible, but we're always adding new features. And so it's, for the end user, it's fantastic because you're buying something you can just continue to use. It's like wine. Wine gets better with age. At least good wine does. So,
Well, and the other thing is you guys add onto the systems, right? And,
Yeah.
and I'll mention the fact that they're backwards compatible. Then you come out with this, right? With that streaming.
Yeah.
A couple of years ago, you came out with a device that turned just had power boxes and encoders and decoders into a video wall, right? Well,
Yeah.
that device was compatible with the existing systems.
Well, and actually, that example was we did a firmware update, so all of our boxes did video wall. Then we came out with something that was compatible that would let that video wall rotate all the way down to 1 degree increments. And our standard boxes, just off the shelf, will do rotation at 90, 180, and 270 degrees. So for us, it was about adding an additional feature. If you want to go from 90 degrees to 95 degrees, we can do that. And it's really about, people buy it and they can use it long term, and it's not something that just becomes a paperweight, which is also kind of the green sustainable side of our business as well, because so many people every trade show say, hey, I got something new and it's a new black box and it's really awesome. What about the one I bought last year? Oh, you can throw that one away. And we don't like to see that.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
All right. You are in 2504-2504, September 1st through the 3rd. Taft, not everybody, though, is going to go to CEDIA. So if they're not going, how do they connect with you?
You can find us at justaddpower.com. And then we're also on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram as well. And, reach out, ping us, and we've got a bunch of good stuff on the web, including cool case studies and everything else.
All righty, 2504 or justaddpower.com. Thank you so much, sir. We'll see you September 1st to the 3rd. For anybody who's not going, you can follow along as we also hit the show floor September 1st to the 3rd for CEDIA Expo 2021. AVNation.tv. You'll find that. You'll find Taft. You'll find all sorts of other stuff. So all that and more at AVNation.tv. That's AVNation.tv.